Guys, we might just be cooked. Hello. So I asked you guys if you wanted a video talking about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ReIgnition stuff, and you guys said yes. So here we are. This is your fault. I'm kidding. I really wanted to talk about this because I don't know. I just think it's kind of funny. So for anyone that doesn't know, TLDR, Power Rangers was at New York Comic Con or whatever recently. The toy fair. Oh, wow, what did I say? Comic Con? Hasbro was at New York Toy Fair recently, and of course Power Rangers was there. Recently, Hasbro announced they're doing a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ReIgnition line, which is basically the entire brand. Right now is just going to be Mighty Morphin, and by right now I mean the next 3 years. Called ReIgnition. They have a whole toy line planned for it. It's going to be kid focused and not collector focused, so that's even more hilarious. Look, we're going to read into it. This is from TokuNation. They did an article on it, so go check them out. They'll be in the description. We're going to be looking at all the photos from the toys and stuff, and also reading and talking about everything that's going on. So as always, it's going to be almost podcasty, so if you want to put this on in the background, go for it, and we're going to go ahead and get into it. Right here it says, we're on hand at this year's New York Toy Fair 2025. We had the chance to look at the upcoming Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ReIgnition lineup of figures and accessories with the new license holder for Power Rangers toys, Playmates. So yeah, this is all being made by Playmates, so that should be interesting. It's somebody new. Hasbro doesn't want anything to do with making toys, which is hilarious, but we're going to see how that turns out. It says some other details we learned from our time Witten Playmates. All right, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers will re-air this coming July on Netflix, utilizing AI to enhance the original show. While only the first season is locked, the goal is to do all 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to coincide with toy offerings from Playmates. Okay, basically what they're saying, first of all, they're also airing it on YouTube. This article doesn't mention it right now, but they're airing it on YouTube on this channel called Ninja Kids TV. Need I remind everyone that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in its entirety has been on YouTube for free in its entirety for years now, right? You can literally go on YouTube right now, type in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers seasons 1, 2, or 3, and watch the entire show. Oh, aren't you going to jail or something? So now they're saying they're going to use AI to enhance it, which is kind of like taking a stale donut that's like all hard and stuff and then putting water on it and watching it. It's like, look, it's new, guys. It's delicious, tasty even. Like literally it's like taking a 100-year-old book and dusting it off with like a Lysol wipe. It's not new, and it's really interesting that they're doing this with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and not anything recent. Like that show is from 1993. Why can't kids get something new and fresh to look at instead of a VHS tape? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they know something I don't. I'm not entirely sure. I just think it's, why are we doing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers again? Someone pointed out that it's the 15th anniversary of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2010, which was horrible back then. So why are we celebrating this again? Anyway, we're going to move on. It says only 10% of the product offering for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ReIgnition is considered collector-driven, as the goal of both Playmates and brand owner Hasbro is trying to gain a new generation of children's attention and grow the brand from there. Playmates has the ability to do toys outside of the original Mighty Morphin series, but currently has no plans to do so. Also, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ReIgnition is forecasted for 2 to 3 years. Basically, what that means is that it's not going to happen. It's going to be until 2028. Watch them go all the way through 2028 and then be like, okay, we're going to do something else now, and it's Zeo. I will. Can you imagine if we do like a new season every year, like in order, which means we won't get Dino Thunder until like 2040 something? I'm going to be so livid. 2026 is specifically teased the Dragon Zord, which will combine. We're not even getting the Dragon Zord until 2026. Okay, let's take a look at the 256,000th versions of every Mighty Morphin Ranger. We're going to go through all the photos. We're probably not going to spend time on every single last one. Look at all these photos. But we're going to just go through them, right? Okay, so this is the first one. We just saw this. Why is it... What the... Okay, there we go. Can we, like, do that? There, it's fine. So this is the booth. Look at all this stuff. Does any of this look interesting to you? This all just looks like the same stuff Bandai and Hasbro have been doing for the past, like, however long. None of this is really new. We're going to go on to the next one. So here we go. Netflix, Ninja Kids TV, and then the YouTube logo. I don't know why they didn't just put the YouTube logo in here somewhere, but needless to say that's... There we go. There's JDF freaking out. So they're doing, like, these automorphin figures, which, again, harken back to the 90s. Bandai did automorphin figures, and then I think Hasbro also did it, too, because why not? So now Playmates is doing it. Like, how many times are we gonna do this automorphin stuff? We get it. Like, everyone that would want this already has it. And I know they said they're gonna introduce it to new children, but like, chances are they already have it because the collectors that bought it recently probably gave it to their kids. Like, they're not. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm hating too much, but like, everyone already knows my stance on Mighty Morphin. I'm sick of the toys. Can we move on? Okay, here we got. Well, first of all, we got Tommy and we got Jason freaking out. Like they're like, oh my gosh, we're doing Mighty Morphin again. Look at his face. Like, poor Jason. Okay, we're gonna move up, and we got. These are just the automorphin figures. I will say the packaging looks pretty all right. I like the lineup of the Ranger helmets here. I think that's really cool. It's just hard for me to be excited for Mighty Morphin. If it was anything else, maybe. But it's Mighty Morphin again. It's the fact that like the packaging is nice and the idea is nice. It's just we're doing the same thing that we've had for the past like 10, 15 years. The face sculpt on Zach looks okay. Looks all right. Not everyone looks amazing. Some have quite a bit to be desired. Trini, Billy is okay, I guess. I don't like the beady eyes. They made the eyes really tiny, but then again, the heads are kind of small, so they did what they could, I guess. Just scrolling through, really. Then we got Trini. Her head is very funny. I don't have reference for the original Automorphin figures, so I don't know if they just look like that normally or what, but fun.
Oh, aren't you going to jail?
Why are they just laying here like this? That like kind of looks like Austin St. John, except for the hair. He looks very surprised. Kimberly, I don't like how they sculpt the Rangers smiling like this with open teeth. I know Hasbro did that with Lightning Collection sometimes. It just doesn't look right. Why would I ever want my figure posing on a shelf with the teeth just open smile? Like, put them choppers away. The Automorphin, and then there's Tommy. His he doesn't even have sideburns. He's just like, wow. They're doing the villain figures. So you got Rita, you got Goldar, the putties. Can I move up? Can we move up, please? You got the, whatever his name is, Sphinx? I'm not going to say what I thought I was going to say. Well, I don't care enough to remember their names. Is this Fenster? No. That's Babu, right? Or Squat. And you're Babu? Man, who cares? I can't even say I'm sure someone's going to enjoy this because, again, a lot of this stuff we just had like a couple years ago. So it's like, I don't know, man. So this is funny. This is, do they have the packaging photos for this? I saw this. So this is a bike. I think it's like an original bike, or maybe it's based off the Shark Cycles in some way. I don't know. But it's the Red Ranger with a broken arm. We can see that right here. And he has like this harness thing that kind of looks like the King Oger armor. And he's supposed to flip off. You can see this little wire, or not wire, but this little piece of plastic that is craned onto the armor. And I think you push this button here, and he's supposed to flip forward, and you can use that to like attack a putty figure that you have. So you'd have to buy the putty and also buy the bike. It's such a specific thing. Like the guy, of course, they only did the guys, right? It's so weird and specific, but then again, Bandai did lots of stuff like this, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that something this weird would come about. I just think it's really funny because like the harness itself isn't even colored to be interesting. It's just this almost unpainted. Is this painted? I don't know if it's painted or not. It's painted a little bit here. It's just this gray nothing. I don't know. I'm sure someone will enjoy it. Look at this. This does look like some sort of like Bandai battleizer that they would make. Also, is that the Triceratops coin? It's like this is made out of AI. They can't even get the coin right. Have to stop hating. I'm sorry. Tyrannosaurus battle bike with Red Ranger. Flip into battle. Oh yeah. He doesn't even look excited. It's like, I'm here now. Man. All right. 360-degree flipping action, dude. 2026. Oh next year, and it's just the normal figures for Mighty Morphin. I mean, the figures look fine. Like they look fine, right? It's just we just had this, man. There's Jason. Look at him. Head sculpt looks a little weird. No one can ever get the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger helmet right. Like Hasbro spent a few years just trying to perfect it and re-releasing Mighty Morphin Red over and over again. So what I don't like about these figures, like they look fine, right? They're very simple. What I don't like about these figures is that they skimp on the paint a little bit. So like the eyes on every helmet, none of them are painted, and it just looks not correct. It looks a little off, especially in things like Trini, where like the black eyes on Saber-Tooth Tiger are not painted in. Zack's eyes are not painted. So you that's such a vital thing, and it's just it feels wrong. Can we get to Kimberly? Look at this. Why did they not paint the white on Kimberly? Like, but they painted the mouth. I said on Twitter, it reminds me of when Hasbro released the Lightning Collection Dino Thunder White, and they just didn't paint the visor outline, and they just thought like nobody would notice, and they had to issue replacements because it looked so bad. I do not see Playmates issuing replacements for this right here or any of these. I think they're just gonna grin and bear it. It's a very interesting decision. Okay, so here we got the Megazord, Ultimate Megazord with Power Sword. Does this combine? I don't know if it combines or not. It doesn't say it on the front. 15 plus phrases and sound effects. I guess I'm assuming this is just one solid figure, especially considering it has sounds. So maybe this one doesn't combine. So that's fun, I guess. 15 plus phrases and sound effects. Who knows if that'll have the voice and stuff like that. I don't think we've ever had a Dino Megazord that has said the Megazord sequence has been initiated. You know, like from the show. Have we ever had that? That would be cool if it has that, but other than that, I don't really care, you know? It looks like every other Dino Megazord we've ever gotten. And then here's the buildable one, right? So all these Zords apparently are going to be sold separately, which is its own can of worms. You got the whatever this is called, the battle formation that never happened. It happened like twice in the show or something. Saber-Tooth Tiger, you can shoot things off the tail. Triceratops, I assume you can also shoot things off the tail. Pterodactyl looks cool. You got little figures. I don't know if these come with it. Do they come with it? I'm not entirely sure. Collect and combine all 5 to build Megazord. Saber-Tooth Tiger, combinable Dinozord. Again, they don't look any different than the past Dinozord releases that we've had for Mighty Morphin, which is not Playmates' fault. Like, this is going to look as good as a Dinozord release is going to look, just because they all look the same, because they are all the same. These are masks. Standard stuff you'll get with Power Rangers releases, just the normal masks. They're fine. I mean, inoffensive. You can these are things you can find at Party City and probably also like Dollar Tree, I expect. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Can we talk about this one next? So this is the Power Morpher. People that follow Hasbro and also Bandai know that, you know, Bandai released the Legacy Power Morpher. It was a die-cast Power Morpher, very heavy, not exactly screen accurate because it was like chromed out to like as all get out, and it was a very fingerprint intensive magnet, right? Then Hasbro released the Lightning Collection Power Morpher, which in my opinion, that's the best Power Morpher you can get on the market right now. They don't sell it anymore, of course, or maybe they do, I don't know, but it got very expensive at a certain point. That is the best Power Morpher you can get because it has archived sound effects from the TV show, them shouting their dinosaur names and stuff like that from the show. It's not like re-recorded or anything. It's just like the actual audio, which I think is really cool. It also is very screen accurate. Here is like a lesser version. I think they said this one's going to be $16.99, which don't quote me on that. I might be wrong, but that's very cheap for a morpher like this. And you can kind of see what I mean by that. You can see it's a cheaper version of what you'd expect the Power Morpher to look like. The coins look fine. The front looks okay. It looks very flat, but I mean, what are you gonna do? This is the coins right there, and then we're gonna go over to see. Excuse me. Are there no better photos? There's better photos where you can see it kind of right here. The handle is not painted, and I don't like that. The handle should always be black. This is the first time I've seen a Power Morpher where the handle is not painted, or at least not the right colored plastic. Also, this Power Morpher has a button on the top. You can't really see it, but instead of on the side where you're supposed to, where it normally is, they put a button on the top, I guess because, you know, when they morph, they have their hand on top of the morpher, but like, that's so strange to not have the actual button where it's supposed to be. Nonetheless, that's the Power Morpher. It looks interesting. That's probably the most interesting thing out of everything that they showed. Besides the Power Blaster, I think the Power Blaster looks kind of cool. I heard some people saying that it looks inaccurate compared to what it's supposed to look like. I honestly don't know enough to really care all that much, but it looks cool. It looks to be a pretty good size too. I can't really tell from this photo if it's like actually small or what, but like I know that Power Rangers toys in general are they tend to be, the weapons tend to be bigger than what the Japanese versions are. So I don't expect this to be a small dinky looking weapon. I'm sure this is going to be of a pretty good size. Let's see if we can get better pictures. Yeah, so Blade Blaster with lights and sounds, morphs into Blade, 2 weapons in one, try me, and Power Rangers. So it looks fine. That I can see being a good shelf piece. Just, I mean, it looks fine. Hasbro never released a Power Blaster, I don't think, at least not to my knowledge. So, excuse me, that's certainly something else. Here's the Dragon Dagger. Probably also doesn't play the actual song from the show because of legal issues. The Dragon Dagger has always had that issue where it doesn't play the actual song from the show. What are you gonna do? Phrases and sound effects. Dragon Dagger with Dragons with a Power Coin. Who knows if this will be archived audio from the show or if they'll just re-record for the toy. I'm assuming it'll be the latter. The only time we really had them using archived audio was for the Lightning Collection Power Morphers. So I don't know. I think it would be nice if they use sounds from the show, but it's up in the air when that will happen, or if that'll happen. It's the Dragon Sword. Power Coin. Kind of cool that it comes with the Dragon Dagger. I will say that. So that's an incentive to get the Morpher and also the Dragon Dagger if you want Tommy's coin. Over here we have little miniature things. I will say the dinosaurs look cool. I like the little miniature dinosaurs. I can see myself getting one of maybe the Tyrannosaurus and the Saber-Tooth Tiger. They're just the little nice little statues, I guess, minifigures. That's neat. And you got the Rangers here. These also look like little Dollar Tree things that will probably end up being at Dollar Tree and Family Dollar stores in general, or maybe like blind bags. I don't entirely know how they're going to do that. Over here we have some let me skip over that. Over here, no, I don't want to see these anymore. These are close-ups of the figures that we just looked at. Again, they look really nice. I like the Saber-Tooth Tiger. I think that one looks really cool. We're just gonna move on. These are, I don't know, little dolls, I suppose. I don't know how they're gonna sell these. Maybe just put them in bins at stores or something. Cool. These, from what I've been told, are nostalgic throwbacks to the 90s. They're like, because Bandai released figures that looked like this, where they had the dinosaur coin on the front chest, and then they were just sort of standard figures. The belt looks really strange. It doesn't look like a morpher at all. I think they look fine. I've always kind of enjoyed the look of the dinosaur coin on the Rangers themselves. I think it looks kind of interesting, adds a little bit more to the Jew Ranger designs. The actual sculpt of the figures I could do without. Like if these were Lightning Collection figures and they had the coin on the front, I think they would look really neat. I just think that the way they look here, that it's just whatever. And I know why they look like this is to be nostalgic, but I just think they look bad. I'm not gonna acknowledge this photo. Power Blaster, like look at this. That's a good size, I think. I mean, the handle looks a little small in her hand, but the size itself, it looks fine. I'd imagine this would be a good display piece just with how it looks, right? ReIgnition, and then I think that's it. So, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ReIgnition. I really wish I could be excited. I'm so Mighty Morphined out. I really don't care anymore. Genuinely, I do not care anymore. I hope that people latch onto it, because I remember hearing that, and don't quote me on this, but them saying that like they're going to be betting off of how well this does to see like how to gauge the interest on people in Power Rangers going forward, which is so stupid. Like if we're Mighty Morphin out and don't buy the figures, then that means that we don't want Mighty Morphin. That just means we want something else, you know? Who knows? Let me know what you guys think in the comments about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ReIgnition. Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? Why not? Why aren't you excited for it? I'll tell you. I do want to hear what you guys think and your thoughts and everything. It's going to be an interesting, long time period for Power Rangers to be doing nothing, it seems like. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, thank you. Oh, goodness me. Thank you guys for boarding my Rainbow Lion. I'll see you guys at the next stop. See ya.
Amanda, Austin, Brandon, Chaco, Emilia, Helen, Ian, Luke, Matt, Julia, Savan.